wanna live like it's Mardi Gras and go dumb with my whole squad and don't need no R&R. To regular life, I say au revoir. Hey, living life in the fast lane. May your pain only be. So please come join me. One thing, good vibes only. I just tap, I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks, let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common, we just wanna have fun. Hey, do what you wanna do. Do what you wanna do. I think I'm gonna do something crazy. Come by, bring a rack. New grill and a bunch of snacks. And where we going, you don't need a map. You don't need a nap, you don't need jack. Except lots of people, some very loud speakers, cold drinks and good. Join me, one thing, good vibes only. I just tapped, I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks, let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common, we just wanna have fun. Hey!
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Passing may not come easy in today's game as both defenses come in ranked in the top 10 in fewest pass yards allowed. It's the Steelers going up against the Texans. So for the call of this Week 13 matchup, let's bring in our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? Right, and they responded to the challenge.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Second down following the run.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. For the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Miller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, and that's it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game, they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A first down carry now for Miller. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Here's a give to Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Now 3rd down, less than a yard. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go.
They'll run for it here. This is Prosh, the fullback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man, hand him the ball, and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Here we go now. Snapper. No. Check. Patriot.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. 1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
No. Check. Watch him now.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
All right, now look at 56. Gun. Leopard.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And his kick is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Let's go. Green.
Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up first and goal.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position, but as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old-school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Dancing to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 4, it's second and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Whitney Merciless in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
In motion is Coates. Brief break in the action here. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. In motion left comes Bryant. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
In motion, James, the tight end. Out of the gun now on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed. And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And the wideout in motion. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that brings up fourth down. The Texans send the punter out. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something like that, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Let's go! Back
And the back goes into motion. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
All right, now look at 56.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Here we go. Leopard.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Here we go. Blue 90.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. This is Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
4 yards remaining now on second down.
Here we go now.
Hopkins, the man in motion right.
39. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. All right, now look at you now, Barney.
Again, it's Miller. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Defense showing blitz.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Shift together here from the D-line. They're going to look to throw. He's going to go for a big play. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go now. Over.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
All right, here we go. Green,
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's complete right around the 8. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, after last week, where he kept finding the end zone, what do you have, 2 touchdown runs?
Yep.
He's got to be just a tad frustrated here. Close, but he hasn't gotten in.
Maybe they give him another shot. We'll see.
Well, I would think so. I think he's built up that type of equity, but the guys on the other side of the ball know it too.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, you don't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it. And that's going to be a tall order against this defense.
And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Lamar Miller. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll set up a throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The play clock's running down. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And the tight end Ebron in motion. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And he'll take this one. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They shakes him off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more, plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Halfback sent in motion. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And On 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
All right, here we go.
Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And the back goes into motion. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. And now out comes Houston. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. At this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They come out here in the eye. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run with Miller. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Texans, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL.